Hey, what's up, guys? It's Matt here with Tanks Lawn Maintenance. It is currently 7:56 a.m. Tuesday morning, January the 13th, 2025 year, or I'm sorry, 26th year of our Lord, 2026 year. It's a beautiful day, man. It's bluebird skies, no wind, and it's cold as hell, guys. It's 27 degrees out here. A lot of you think that ain't cold, man. That's cold to me. I don't do well when it's below 30. Frost all over everything. I'm gonna give it a few minutes. You know, I've already got everything loaded up, all that good stuff. Everything's been running for about 20 or 30 minutes trying to get warmed up. But I'm gonna give it a little bit before I leave. I probably ain't gonna leave the house till about 8:30, 8:45. I want to give this frost a little time to get off of this lawn, to melt off. Do you guys go out and work when there's frost on the ground? I mean, when, you know, if you're using mowers, I don't mean like doing other stuff like crepe myrtles and things like that. I mean, do you guys go out and do leaf cleanups when there's frost on the ground, or if there's ice on the ground? I'm just curious. I have before, and it doesn't do as good, man. It's like the leaves are frozen, stuck to the ground. So I give it a little bit. You know, I typically get to my first one around 9:30. And it gives it time for everything, the ice to melt off, the frost or whatever it may be, and that way the leaves will come on up, you know. And like I said, man, I'm just curious, am I the only one that does that? Do you guys do that as well? Another thing too that I'm curious about, man, do you guys sharpen your blades in the wintertime? I don't. I'm not cutting grass in the wintertime. If I do, you know, I've got blades that are sharp in my garage. That way, in case somebody calls me and just say somebody moves in over at Fort Gordon, or a soldier or somebody gets restationed here to this area, and they move in and there's their property is overgrown or something like that, you know, I'll cut that. And I keep blades. I keep a set of sharp blades. I keep several sets of sharp blades in the garage for that. But I don't sharpen blades this time of year. I just don't, because I'm not cutting grass. You know, I use ripper blades this time of year because I'm doing leaves. And I could be ignorant on this. I don't know. I am ignorant on this because I just simply don't know. I feel like the actual blade portion, or the cutting edge on the ripper blades, don't really matter this time of year because I'm not cutting grass. I feel like the leaves are getting mulched and shredded and ripped apart by the sail portion of the ripper blades. I mean, when I say ripper blades, I'm talking about Ballard's ripper blades. They're kind of like the gator blades, mulching blades, what a lot of people call them. But you know, it's got the teeth on the sail portion, and I feel like that's what's actually ripping the leaves apart. And I've never had a problem by not sharpening blades. You know, dropping my chute blocker, all that good stuff, and using dull blades or whatever. I've never once had a problem. And but just curious though, does anybody else sharpen their blades? I mean, do you guys use dull blades all winter long? I just feel like there ain't no point. And like I said, I could be mistaken, so don't call me stupid or anything like that. Which, if you call me stupid, I don't really care. And I guess it could help some, you know, if you've got a bunch of little small sticks and things like that that are that you're cutting up as well too. But yeah, just curious, guys. Just a thought. But yeah, man, it's cold. Frost all over everything. A little small layer of ice all over everything. It's actually really pretty, guys, when you keep these lawns. When you're keeping these lawns, keeping them up, keeping the leaves off of them, mulched up, removed, whatever. And then you go out and look, and there's a layer of ice on the ground. It almost looks like a little small dusting of snow, man, because it's just the ground is so smooth. It's really pretty. It really is. It looks like the ground is crystallized. But anyway, I've got 5 on the list today. One of them's a 4-acre property. I'm gonna wait to do that I'm gonna wait till this afternoon to do that. The guy that owns that property, he's hard-headed. He won't turn his sprinkler system off. It's dead middle of winter, and he's got his sprinklers running 3 days a week. But and I don't know how it is up north, but we don't do that down here in the South, man. You know, Bermuda lawn, centipede, all that stuff. It's all dormant right now, and there's really no point in watering the grass at all. And the only time you need to water your grass is if your weed and fertilizer company comes out and does a pre-emergent for spring weeds like crabgrass and broadleaf grasses, things like that. That stuff needs to be watered in, but that's really the only time your sprinklers need to be turned on around here. So I'm gonna save that for this afternoon. I've got two of them that are side by side. It's actually 1 yard. It's two put together into one. I consider it one, but I count it as two because I'm getting paid by both properties. And also got another one on that side of town, so that makes 3. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that big one, that 4-acre property, and then come home and drop the 61 off and pick up the walker and head to another one over pretty close to my house. And I'm sure they probably got a few leaves. They probably ain't got many, but I'm sure they've got some. And go take care of their leaves. And then also got to give them a quote for ripping out some bushes. It's several bushes. I'm not sure how many it is. The lady told me the bushes that she wanted ripped out. And then also got to give her a quote for pruning some crepe myrtles back. So yeah, things are picking up. And I put together a quote last night for sod. That guy, you know, I'm not done with the quote. I've got to wait till this morning to find out how much the equipment's going to cost. I'm going to have to rent a Harley rake, a forklift attachment, and a mini skid to do this job. He's going to have 4 acres of sod where he had a pool ripped out and filled in with sand clay, and did hydro seed, and the hydro seed didn't work. So he asked me to give him a quote for sod, and it's going to be 4 pallets, and it may wind up being 4.5. just to be safe, but I've got it quoted for 4 pallets, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, man, it's you know, just without the equipment, 4 pallets of sod in my business, just sod, no, you know, no coming in and doing any adding any dirt or anything like that. You know, a Harley rake, I'll come in and just kind of cut the weeds down and disc everything under. Is all I'm gonna use the Harley rake for, and it should take about a 1/2 inch off of it. Kind of mash it down a little bit. That way I don't have to do any. That way I don't have to take any dirt out, and so it'll be right around $2,400 for the sod and the labor, plus whatever the equipment fee is, and I'll add a 10% upcharge to the equipment fee. I'm not gonna add a huge upcharge to it. So, but yeah, got that, and I requested a dig ticket for 2 properties yesterday, and I was really wanting to get started on that tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, man, because they told me that the first available day that they're gonna be able to market was Saturday. That sucks. It really sucks. But it is what it is, you know, because I had made room in my schedule this week, next week, and the week after to be able to get those bigger jobs done. But if I have to hold off, I have to hold off. You know, it is what it is. Ain't really a whole lot I can do about that. And plus, one of the jobs there, the lady is getting new gutters, so she told me I may have to hold off until they're done. She really needs to find out if they're going to be having equipment on the property first. And but anyway, you know, no big deal. I reached out to all of my customers last night, all of my newer customers and customers that haven't done so yet. I reached out to all of them and asked them to go on Google and leave me an honest review. I don't ask people for a 5-star review. Do you guys ask people to specifically for 5-star reviews, or do you just simply ask them for an honest review? I don't ask for 5-star reviews, and the reason being is because I don't like it when people ask me for a 5-star review. I had a weed and fertilizer company one time that sent me an email asking me for a 5-star review, and I emailed him back and asked him, I said, does it have to be 5-star? And they got offended when I asked them that, and which I was just being honest, you know. I didn't feel like that company deserved a 5-star review. but I don't have that company anymore. I've since let them go and went with another company that I've had for around 3 years now, and have zero complaints with them. But yeah, I don't like asking people for a 5-star review. I just simply text them or email them and ask them for an honest review. And I've only got one review that's not 5 stars. It's a 1-star review. I told y'all the story behind that. But other than that, I've got 41 reviews right now, and all of them but that one are 5-star reviews, and that's pretty good. And I also asked them for honest reviews. That way I can use that as feedback. And so just curious, guys, do you guys do that? Do you ask your customers for reviews, honest reviews? And because here's the thing about Google. The more reviews you have, it doesn't matter if they're 5-star or 1-star. The more reviews you have, the better off you are, because it's something about the algorithm. It moves your company closer to the top. But that's why I was asking about that, and I'm throwing it out there. Maybe you might want to reach out to all your customers and ask them to Google your business and leave a 5-star review, because it goes a long ways in the spring and summer, when especially during the spring rush. When people Google lawn care near me, the more reviews you have, the closer your name's going to be to the top. And yeah, it's a good thing, man. It really is. And my website is set up where when people Google my business, my website comes up, and it also shows them the reviews on my website as well. And I also ask people if they have time, I know it's a little bit extra, but if they have time, to leave me Facebook reviews as well. And most people do. I don't have a whole lot of Facebook reviews. I really need to start hitting on that too, because I do get work off of Facebook. It's not usually recurring work. It's usually bigger jobs, like tree jobs or bush jobs, something like that. And cleanups, that's usually what I get on Facebook. I have gotten recurring lawn maintenance customers off of Facebook, but they usually wind up being bad customers, people that I didn't really like working for, or people that were just, thought that I was going to be able to turn chicken crap into chicken salad. So I don't really depend on Facebook to get lawn care customers in my area. Most of the people in my area, they use Google, and they if you've got a website, they'll hit you up on that website. So just throwing that out there, guys. Ask your customers for reviews, honest reviews. Don't ask them for 5-star reviews. If you're gonna ask them for 5-star reviews, you need to offer something like putting their name in a drawing for a Chick-fil-A gift certificate or something like that, or maybe a round of golf. You never know. That stuff goes a long ways. And speaking of which, that's something I'm going to implement in my business. There's a golf course right up the street from my house. It's a public golf course, but it's more of a high-end public golf course. It's pretty expensive to play a round of golf there. And in my opinion, it's pretty expensive for a public course, but it is a nice course. And I don't really play there a whole lot. I've played there once or twice. I don't really care for that course, although it is a nice course, and I like the course. I don't like the way they do things, man. It's like no matter what you do, they're going to pair you up with another party, and I don't like that, man, because if you know anything about golf, man, you don't like being held up, and you don't like people rushing you. You like people to play at your pace. And when you pair it up with somebody else, it kind of, you feel pressured, or at least I do anyway, and to either hurry up or slow down. So that's the reason I don't really play there a whole lot. But there is a lot of people that do, and I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to get gift certificates. You can't buy a gift certificate at the golf course that says free round of golf. Not that one anyway. So, but what you can do is you can get a gift certificate with a certain amount of money on there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 2 gift certificates with enough money on there to cover 2 rounds of golf. That way, if somebody wants to take a buddy or whatever, but it's going to be 2 rounds of golf with the cart fee and 2 buckets of balls. And I'm going to offer that this year. Anybody that signs up between March 1st and April 20th will be added into a drawing for 2 gift certificates for a round of golf, 2 rounds of golf. and see how that works. I'm gonna try that this year. I've heard of a lot of people doing different things like that. Some people give out gift certificates for Bass Pro Shop, Cabela's, or just regular gift certificates, or some like a Longhorns or Texas Roadhouse gift certificate. I've heard of people doing that, and I feel like that's incentive for people to use my business. But everybody in my area plays golf, so that's something a little different. I haven't seen that yet, and I think I might try that this year. You guys give me your thoughts on that. Let me know what y'all think of it. Is that a good idea or a bad idea? But like I said, it'll be a time slot for that. It'll be March 1st through April 20th, and we'll go from there and see what happens. But hey, guys, I should be done around 3 o'clock today. I would be done probably around 12 if it wasn't for that 4-acre property, but it is what it is, man. I'm hoping to be home around 4. And I'm hoping I'll be able to get started on that landscaping project tomorrow. That's what I'm really hoping for. But if not, it is what it is, man. But hey, I'm about to hop off here. I'm gonna run up to the gas station and grab my drinks. I'm gonna run and grab me a biscuit, and I'm gonna get this day started, man. But look, I hope y'all are being blessed out there. Y'all stay warm out there, stay dry, stay hydrated, stay safe. Look, man, till the next video, y'all keep cutting that grass and keep making that money. Holler at y'all. Bye.